From the football capital of the South, it's almost time for one of the most anticipated football matchups in Birmingham Legion FC's short history, as Louisville City come to town for a Saturday night showdown right here in the USL Championship. Welcome into Birmingham, Alabama and BBVA Field. Our host for this matchup between Central Division rivals Birmingham Legion FC and Louisville City FC. Welcome to our broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside the coach, Mike Getman, I'm Blake Gardner. Lyndon Blake is downstairs. She's the third member of our crew and will join us here in just a bit. But Mike, as far as the slate goes across the USL Championship this weekend, this is the matchup to watch.
Yeah, this is a really big match. Louisville City has been the top team in the division for the past 5 years, but they seem a little bit more vulnerable. They've had a number of injuries. They dropped points in their last match, and of course Legion have something to prove.
Well, let's look at the Central Division table coming into the night. You mentioned Louisville City at the top, 7 points clear of Legion FC, but they're down a few key pieces tonight. A big chance for Birmingham to try to claw back in that race for number 1.
This is a 6-point match. It's a chance for Legion to add 3 points, and they've got to keep Louisville City from taking 3 points home with them.
Louisville City's taken 4 of the first points over their first 2 matches. This is matchup number 3 tonight. And as we look at our impact players for this one, let's start with the visitors from Kentucky and their burgeoning young goalkeeper in Parker Siegfried.
Yeah, Parker Siegfried started the season on the bench, but he's earned the starting position. He's been there for the past 5 games. He's a big save maker. He's the guy that they're going to count on tonight.
The former Ohio State Buckeye will make his 6th straight start tonight for Lou City after notching his first clean sheet of the year against Oklahoma City last weekend. Meanwhile, Matt Van Oekel, he's the veteran presence at the back for Birmingham.
Both these teams are known for their attacking prowess, but it's the goalkeepers who are going to be the difference makers tonight. Matt Van Oekel has been a game-winning player for this team all season long.
Over 50 stops this year for Van Oekel. That's top 10 in the USL Championship. He has notched 5 clean sheets for Birmingham, looking for a 6th here tonight. Well, Louisville City are the unquestioned leaders in the Central, but they're down a few key pieces. So can Legion FC take advantage and draw closer to Lou City tonight? We'll find out here in a moment. It's Birmingham Legion against Louisville City, and it comes your way right after this.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to our coverage of Birmingham Legion FC and Louisville City FC. Almost time for kickoff. But first, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s. And Mike, let's start with the visitors from Louisville City. Head coach Danny Cruz had to make a few changes to the lineup against OKC last week. He makes 3 more tonight against Birmingham.
Yeah, more changes than he wanted to make, but a very attack-minded team. Lots of skillful players. They're going to be a dangerous team going forward.
And Louisville City fans certainly excited to see Oscar Jimenez back in the starting 11 for the first time since the season opener all the way back in April. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, a couple of changes as well, including Fanuel Kavita back in the starting 11 for head coach Tom Stone.
Well, this is a really solid back four. The way they started this season, the midfield is 3 tough ball winners, and then Prosper Kassim, Nico Brett, and Junior Fleming's up top. Those 3 can score against anybody.
Our referees tonight led by Brad Jensen. The Utah native makes his 10th USL Championship appearance as the man in the middle. Tonight he did San Diego Loyal against Orange County last weekend. It's Jensen, Barton, Belk, and Mosher, our 4-man officiating crew tonight here in Birmingham. There is Danny Cruz, the head coach of Louisville City, position he's held since late April when he took over just a game into the season. So far, 37 points from 18 matches for Cruz. And there's head coach Tom Stone of Birmingham Legion FC. The 55-year-old has now managed over 230 games in his head coaching career. 70 plus of those have come here in Birmingham. Just about ready to go tonight from BBVA Field on the south side of downtown Birmingham, Alabama. 82 degrees at kickoff. And of course, it wouldn't be a Legion game day without a little bit of rain, but all that rain is gone and plenty of sunshine in the sky as we are just about ready to go. Legion FC in black and gold here at home. Louisville City, the boys in purple and white tonight.
We do have a beautiful day to play. The field's in great shape. Should be a fantastic match.
And we're underway for the 3rd time this year between Birmingham Legion and Louisville City. First 2 matchups between these 2 sides came at Lynn Family Stadium. Louisville City took 4 points from those 2 contests. First was a 1-1 draw back in May, and a 2-0 win for Lou City back in June. Big reason why Louisville City is 7 points clear of Birmingham Legion coming into the night. Birmingham trying to change that as the tables turn here to their home park, BBVA Field.
Louisville City, normally on goal kicks, wants to play out short, keep the ball spread out big all over the field. But tonight on the first goal kick, they've just pushed everybody up and whacking it up the field.
See if Louisville City are a bit more conservative, playing out of the back tonight with so many changes. No Jonathan Gomez tonight. No Wes Sharpie. As we look at our Viva Health injury report, Louisville City without 52 total starts. All sitting on the injury report tonight. Corbin Bone is out. Niall McCabe out. Jonathan Gomez came off injured against OKC last weekend, as did Wes Sharpie, who wore the captain's armband. Good news for Louisville City as they get Oscar Jimenez back, and Brian Ownby, who came into the night questionable, did make the 18. He's not in the 11, but perhaps something to contribute for the experienced winger. Meanwhile, for Legion FC, Fanuel Kavita was questionable coming into the night. Good news for Legion fans. We talked about it. He is in the starting 11. Bruno Alapa remains out with the sports hernia. Legion hope to get him back shortly. Meanwhile, Daigo Kobayashi remains out with his knee injury. So it is a lengthy injury report brought to you by Viva Health. And Mike, certainly something to watch. Of course, Legion have been without the services of their all-USL midfielder Bruno Alapa for quite some time, but it's been the injury bug that's bitten Lou City as of late.
Corbin Bone in particular, he leads the league in chances created, but Bruno Lopper from Legion was 2nd in the league when he went down with injury. So 2 top passers out, and yet both teams still loaded with talent, especially attacking talent.
Goalkeeper Matt Van Oekel sends it away. It's Dean up to win the ball in the air in the direction of Nico Brett, who's fought off it by Sean Tosh. For the 2nd consecutive contest, it's Tosh and the 16-year-old Josh Winder pairing as the center back pairing in front of the goalkeeper Siegfried, who under duress can only send it away. First touches here for Junior Flemings, who cuts it back inside. Brett back to Lopez. Kasim still bouncing around. Lopez trying to turn the corner. Lopez did. The cross bounces around. Some shouts for handball go unanswered, and in the end, nothing comes of the opportunity for Legion FC.
A very good attacking opportunity. Mikey Lopez getting forward out of the midfield. We've seen him play in the back. We've seen him play in midfield. Tonight, he looks to have a little bit more of an attacking role for Legion.
First touches here for Tyler Gibson, playing the diagonal to Gonzalez, who's just able to keep it in play, but not able to find another white shirt. What a signing Tyler Gibson was for Louisville City. After playing such a key part of Indy 11 for the past couple of years, has come over to the other side of that rivalry. Makes his 15th start tonight for Louisville, 8 of the last 9.
Louisville City retained 18 of their players from last season, and then still managed to bring in some terrific new players as well. They just keep reloading year after year.
Legion FC brought in some big impact pieces as well. Fanuel Kavita, Thomas Van Kaziel, both in the starting 11 tonight, both their first years here in Birmingham. To say nothing of Junior Flemings, who once again gets the start out wide, who has found the back of the net quite frequently since returning from the 2021 Gold Cup. Throw in here for Oscar Jimenez. Made his return from injury last weekend against Oklahoma City, played 26 minutes off the bench. He's in the starting 11 and back in that familiar left back spot tonight for Lou City. The switch may be on to him here. Jimenez is off and running. A bit beyond his reach. It's a goal kick coming for Legion FC and Matt Van Oekel, and it gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight. Mike, let's start with Louisville City. What do they need to get a result on the road?
Well, it starts with turnovers or lack thereof. Louisville has been burned by how open they play sometimes. They can't turn the ball over in bad spots against this Legion attack. And then set pieces. They get lots of set pieces. They score on a bunch of them. Those will be the keys for Lou City. For Legion, they've got to be solid early, not give up an early goal as they've done, I would say, too often this season. And they've got to defend as a group. They've given up a lot of goals. It's hard to come back against a team as good as Louisville City.
Louisville City, one of the best attacking fronts in the league. This is the man that leads the line, Lancaster, and he's got white shirts bombing forward around him. Antoine Hopino is one. Back to the feet of Lancaster in the middle. But his pass up front cut out as Jorge Gonzalez was trying to get threaded through. Junior Flemings wanted to get out into space. He's taken down, free kick given. Maybe a bit of a stern word for Pat McMahon.
McMahon was beat and he knew it, so he just kind of threw his body in front of Junior Flemings, making sure he couldn't continue the attack.
You can see Junior Flemings immediately pointing to the official, asking for a booking. His call went unanswered. Referee Brad Jensen opting to keep the cards in the pocket for the moment. Had a giveaway here by Van Kaziel. Good work by Alex Cronali to step up. Now Anderson Asidu with options. Dean is one of them. Right back pushes forward into the Legion attack, as he will do quite frequently tonight.
Both these teams want to establish some possession. Both are very good in the attack. They like to make you chase them all over the field. So far, there have been a lot of turnovers in midfield, but Legion trying to keep their foot on it for a little bit here.
Jorge Gonzalez back to Winder. Waste no time sending it back up the field. But Ryan James will usher it out of play. Louisville City, the best attack in the Eastern Conference coming into the night. 39 goals, is second in the championship, only to Colorado Springs so far this year. Their 0-0 draw against OKC last weekend, a rare one. Just the second time they have been shut out this year. You have to go all the way back to their matchup against Atlanta United 2 back in the early part of June, where they were held off the score sheets.
Legion FC would love to add to that total tonight. It's been a long time since Legion have had a shutout.
Tyler Gibson plays Tosh. Back out wide for Antoine Hopino. Good work by Junior Flemings, cutting out that pass from McMahon. The experienced fullback makes his 12th start tonight. He scored one of the previous two matchups Louisville City had with Birmingham. Hopino on the run with a check of his shoulder, but gives it up, and it didn't matter anyway. The flag was up.
It did seem almost too good to be true for Hopino. He was 10 yards behind everybody.
So 9 minutes gone, just getting underway here from BBVA Field in Birmingham, Alabama. Third matchup of the year between Louisville City FC and Birmingham Legion FC. Blake Gardner, Mike Yetman. The third member of our crew is Lyndon Blake. She's downstairs. What's up, Lyndon?
Hey, Blake. So President Jay Heaps called this match the biggest in club history. There's a lot at stake right now, with Legion being just 7 points behind Lou City for that first place spot in the Central Division. And you can tell the crowd is a little bit more into this one than they have been for other matches this season. There's noisemakers. The brigade has been loud this entire time. So everyone kind of getting behind the Legion, making sure they get 3 points to help close that gap between them and Louisville City. So it's going to be an exciting match so far, and it's only going to get better as we continue to play this match. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. We talked about it a little bit in our open, looking at the Central Division table. Really, it's Louisville City, then a gap, then Birmingham Legion, and a large gap, and then pretty much everybody else. FC Tulsa has kind of led the line of Tier 3 in the division, as throw-in goes Legion's way, much to the displeasure of Danny Cruz down below. Louisville City have their eyes on not just the top spot in the Central, but perhaps home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Birmingham trying to draw a bit closer to their rivals in purple. Look for Lancaster over the top. He never found himself getting back on side.
He was just a little bit lazy getting back, and all of a sudden the big ball was played. He knew it. He's going to argue a little bit with the referee, but he started in an offside position, and there was never a doubt.
So a free kick for Alex Cronali and Birmingham Legion FC. Frostberg Asim wins the second ball for Birmingham, and Anderson Asiadu's got a bit of time and space. And Kaziel for Dean. Just one goal scored for Birmingham in their two previous matchups against Louisville. It came from the spot. Nico Brett converted a PK. Find a way to break down Louisville tonight. First, have to get back on the ball. And right now, Antoine Hopino has turned the corner against Kavita. Good work by Cronali to send that cross back from where it came.
Alex Cronali did a really nice job of beating his man across as he made that run in the box. Legion gave it away in midfield, almost got punished for it.
Here's Tyler Gibson around Flemings. Towards the top of the area. Good work by Dean to shield Gonzalez away from it. Masoso taken down. Free kick given as Anderson Asiadu went clattering in on the challenge.
That was a pretty hard foul coming through the legs of Napo Masoso.
Good sportsmanship from Asiadu to make sure Masoso's okay, but first set piece opportunity for either side comes a dozen minutes in. So the free kick won by Masoso, the former Kentucky Wildcat. Lancaster leaves it for Oscar Jimenez. Jimenez over the top towards the back post. Alex Cronali up to meet it. Masoso couldn't get around to Asiadu. And Louisville will have to reset. Hopino trying to get around Flemings, goes down, and now a whistle and a foul is given.
Really late call. The foul was right in front of the assistant referee. He kept his flag down for a moment, but I think the more he thought about it, the more he realized there was some real contact here.
The arm was high and right in front of the AR, and it was a late flag, but foul was called, so another quick set piece opportunity here for Louisville City. Jimenez once again to supply service. And that looks a bit too close to Matt Van Oekel.
They've wasted a couple of set pieces so far. The first one, they floated up right in front of Alex Cronali, who at 6'5" is going to win everything in the air. And that one just floated straight into the hands of Matt Van Oekel at 6'4".
Van Oekel, the 34-year-old, making his 18th start this year and having arguably one of the best years of his career. He finds Prosper Kassim on this near flank. Siadou back to the feet of Kavita. Louisville City picking up the pressure here, trying to force another Birmingham turnover out of midfield. Anderson and Siadou dribbled out of pressure, but only for so long. Good work by Kavita, preventing the break. And Siadou finally able to get it out away from the Lou City touchline.
Louisville City is pressing with 4 players. As soon as the ball gets played towards the midfield stripe, 4 players are converging on that player. It leaves the far side open, but you've got to connect 1 or 2 very quick passes to beat the pressure and switch the play.
Lopez looking over the top. Junior Flemings is making that run. How about that touch from Flemings to bring it down and get around McMahon. He's got a little bit of space now. Flemings cuts it inside. Still Flemings, chops it back. Flemings got the cross away, but it was sent away by Gibson.
And that's part of what makes Junior Fleming such a dynamic player. Big ball over the top, brings it down like it's nothing, then beats 2 defenders and creates a chance for his team.
Good hustle by Lopez. Can he get there? The answer is yes. Lopez, Brett, James late arriving. Leaves it for Siadou. Siadou's crack is blocked. Good work by Tosh, and Lancaster able to hold it up and win the whistle. Dean is now going to be shown a yellow card, it looks like. Oscar Jimenez trying to restart play quickly. And Dean is going to be the first man booked tonight, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
Pretty simple call. Made no effort to get out of the way. In fact, threw his body in front of the ball to block it from just a yard away. Left the referee no choice.
So Johnny Dean, one of the best right backs in the league, is our first yellow card of the evening. Here 16 minutes in. It was well deserved, trying to prevent Lou City from restarting play as quickly as they would have liked.
He did succeed in slowing down the play and letting all the Legion players get back on defense. But now he's got to play the next 75 minutes, knowing that 1 mistimed tackle, 1 foul from behind could see him sent off.
Hopino trying to cut it back inside. Junior Flemings wouldn't let him. But Lopez taking off it from behind. Now Lou City can go. Ryan James lost his footing, but the ball was just a bit too far out in front of Hopino.
2 or 3 times, Louisville City has managed to win the ball off of the center midfielders for Legion in a dangerous area and run at the back 2, really, the 2 center backs. Legion does that too often. They're going to pay a price.
Birmingham fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. The Birmingham Legion FC app, your home for all things Legion FC. Bit of a mishit goal kick there from Matt Van Oekel, found only the crowd. Throw in coming here for Louisville City. So far, an even start tonight between Lou City and Birmingham. Neither side's been able to create a big scoring opportunity just yet. Lovely weighted ball over the top from Tosh to find Oscar Jimenez. Jorge Gonzalez fought off it by Pettis back to the feet of the 16-year-old Winder. Jimenez looking through to Lancaster. Lancaster trying to get there. Good work by Kavita to usher it out of play. But Lou City so far tonight, Mike, not been shy about trying to make runs in behind.
They've played some balls through. They've played some balls over the top. They've not yet created a chance that leads to a shot on goal. But you can see that they're trying to get behind this Legion defense.
Hopino with a chance here. Hopino got the cross away, but only found the waiting arms of Matt Van Oekel. Birmingham's defense only allowed 3 total shots on target last weekend here at home against FC Tulsa. Unfortunately, 2 of them got past Matt Van Oekel. That was the reason Legion FC dropped 3 points to FC Tulsa by a final scoreline of 2-1. Lopez, Masoso. Lancaster trying to catch Van Oekel off his line. Didn't find the frame, but not a bad idea from midfield.
Great vision from Lancaster. He's facing away from goal, receives the ball, somehow knew that Matt Van Oekel was off his line. Hit the ball 50 yards in the air, missed by maybe a few inches.
So just another goal kick for Van Oekel and Legion FC. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Pat McMahon flings it back in. 20 minutes gone from BBVA Field on an absolutely gorgeous night here in Birmingham. Around 80 degrees is almost perfect for late August in the Deep South.
I don't think any of these players are complaining right now. The sun's gone down behind the trees, so you're not in the bright sunlight. Just got perfect conditions.
Cross got away. Lancaster made the run, but couldn't redirect it on target.
Alex Crinali did well to jump over the signboards as he was sprinting back. It was a race for the ball. There's only a few yards from the end line to the signboards.
An excellent ball from Hopino, and Lancaster got there. He was asking for a touch. Referee said no. Cameron Lancaster, like so many nights, is the danger man for Louisville City. He scored 4 times over the last 4 games. He's already scored against Birmingham once this year. And that his biggest opportunity so far this evening. Kavita plays it on a hop. Masoso able to bring it down and find Antoine Hopino, who's had quite a bit of the ball so far this evening.
Hopino's had a lot of the ball. A lot of the attacks have started on the Lou City right side.
Winder composed, opts to go back to Sean Tosh. 29-year-old and all-USL performer from a year ago. Has played pretty much every minute for Lou City so far this year. McMahon has it taken off his feet by Flemings. And great work tracking back by Masoso. He took Flemings off it and won the throw.
Did really well with the sliding tackle. Louisville City likes to push their 2 wingers inside when they have possession, and then they bring their outside backs way up high, so it's almost 5 players in line at the front of their attack. When they turn it over, it leaves Legion the opportunity to counterattack very quickly. But on that last one, Masoso did really well to stop that counter.
Another goal kick coming here for Birmingham halfway through our first 45 minutes. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake here with you from Birmingham. Whether you're watching on My 68 or ESPN Plus, glad to have you with us. Matt Van Oekel takes the goal kick short. And Dean really has nowhere to go. Trying to play out of the pressure. Can only concede the throw. Here's Gonzalez. His cross, a bit high, a bit wide, and beyond any white shirts that were arriving. Now perhaps a Legion counter opportunity. Fleming's a one-man counter at the moment. Still Junior Flemings, given time and space, couldn't quite connect with Kasim. So far, so good for this Louisville City backline that's missing Wes Sharpie tonight. It's missing Jonathan Gomez. But so far, they haven't really given up any chances of note to Junior Flemings, Nico Brett, and Prosper Kasim up top.
Their method of defending so far has been to pressure the Legion back four in midfield and not let them get the ball to the forwards. So far, it's worked.
Kavita to the feet of Alex Cronali. Cronali picks up his head, trying to play over the top this time. Good work by McMahon, all the way back to Parker Siegfried, who makes his 6th straight start tonight. 24-year-old and former Ohio State Buckeye. Looking for his 2nd straight clean sheet after a solid showing against OKC Energy back on Sunday. On a very warm day on the turf of Taft Stadium in OKC. Tyler Gibson, once again sinking between the two center backs. How does Legion push their pressure up the lines a little bit more? It's been Lou City who's applied the most pressure in midfield and of the Legion back line to this point. Winder under a bit of duress, has to get it away. Only finds the feet of Ryan James. Thomas Van Kazeel. Anderson Asiadu.
Legion have switched Prosper Kasim and Junior Flemings from right to left and left to right. Both men maybe trying to get on the ball just a little more than they've been able to do so far.
Antoine Hopino, Jorge Gonzalez, the wingers for Lou City have both been fairly involved. Same cannot really be said of Prosper Kasim. Junior Flemings has had a bit more of it than his counterparts, but not a ton. Here comes Mikey Lopez. Lopez out wide for James. The flag goes up and James was offside.
Good coordination between the backs for Louisville City. All stepping up the field at the same time and allowing Ryan James to run into an offsides position.
Fans, August is USL Supporters Month, and we want to hear from you. Visit uslchampionship.com/supporters-month for more information on how you can get involved and have a chance to be featured as the USL Championship Supporter of the Month. Last few days of August and USL Championship Supporters Month. Gonzalez back to the feet of Winder. Gibson looking over the top. Gonzalez couldn't bring it down out of the air cleanly, but beats Dean to the foot race. And a corner conceded, the first corner of the night coming for Louisville City.
We said it early in the broadcast, set pieces are one of the ways that Louisville City has been dangerous all year long. We've seen a few free kicks from wide positions. Now they have a corner. We'll see what they can do.
It's Cameron Lancaster over by the flag. Apo Masoso giving him a short option. Lancaster's service headed away by Cronali. Kasim able to get around Masoso. Wanted to go over the top to Nico Brett, but that pass didn't quite get there.
That was a tough ball to hit with your left foot. He's running towards his right, trying to drive a ball 60 yards across the field with his left. Just didn't have the body shape in order to pull that off.
Also should be noted, a fair amount of breeze tonight, about 10 miles an hour of wind, and it's blowing towards the Lou City goal, towards Matt Van Oekel here on this left side of your screen. So every long ball Legion has played towards their attacking half has gotten caught up in that breeze. Kasim trying to turn, got it back after Paolo De Piccolo played it right back to him. Here comes Dean in a foot race. Will he beat Gibson? There he will. First time ball, Nico Brett denied. Fleming's onto the rebound. His shot skitters wide. Huge save by Parker Siegfried with Nico Brett on the doorstep.
That is an unbelievable save. Great attack from Legion. Johnny Dean outraces everybody to the ball, plays a perfect ball across to Nico Brett. Somehow, Parker Siegfried makes the save from 6 yards. Saves like that will keep you in the starting position, that's for sure.
The best chance for either side so far tonight, and Parker Siegfried comes up huge. Here's Junior Flemings. Around McMahon. Flemings from distance. Not a bad effort from Junior Flemings, but one more look here at the opportunity from Nico Brett. I mean, it's an excellent ball, but that is well done from Siegfried.
Came out very quickly, closed the angle, made himself really big, and just managed to get his shoulder to the ball somehow.
Nico Brett with 11 goals this year. That's second in the USL Championship, trailing only Haji Berry of Colorado Springs. He and Cam Lancaster both with 11 goals apiece coming into the night. That surely looked like it was going to be number 12, if not for the effort for Siegfried. And Louisville City might be interested in making an early change. Already a couple of substitutes have headed down towards the Lou City flag. Just a half hour in tonight. Johnny Dean once again with plenty of space to roam on this side. Dean. Brett's touch a bit heavy. He'll keep it in play. Tosh takes him down. Referee says play on.
No question it was a foul, but Legion still have possession of the ball around the top of the box. Referee's going to let the play continue.
James. Lopez. Flemings. Still Junior Flemings. Dean. Edge of the area. Asiadu, first time service. Lopez went up to try to win it. James onto the second ball. Nico Brett with space. Flemings, can he find a shooting lane? Not quite, it took a deflection on the way through. And it's a goal kick as they hit off a black shirt last.
Lots of bodies hitting the floor. Nico Brett on his knees. I can't tell who it is that's down.
Nico Brett is the man down in black, but it's Pat McMahon who's down in white. And McMahon is going to need some medical attention, it looks like.
Looks like he might be cramping.
Trying to stretch out that calf. Winder was waving the trainers on. In the end, they don't, but McMahon's been struggling with that calf for the past 2 or 3 minutes. Former FC Cincinnati defender is going to go back to his right back spot and play on here, but we'll see if that calf continues to nag him over the next few minutes.
Sometimes you get a kick, it tightens up the muscle. It's not necessarily a cramp from fatigue as much as it is from the physical blow that your muscles take sometimes.
Second corner of the night coming for Louisville City after Alex Cronali played it over the end line. Oscar Jimenez over to the flag this time. Jorge Gonzalez joins him close by.
While they're getting ready for the corner, McMahon came over to the bench and And it looks like they've sent somebody to go warm up to take his place.
Two-handed punch from Matt Van Oekel and a whistle and a foul. It goes against Louisville City as Alex Crognale is down inside the 6-yard box. Good news for Legion fans. The big man to his feet. Alex Crognale, the former Maryland Terrapin, a bit worse for wear after that challenge. Let's see if we get a look at his collision. Maybe a shot to the top of the head there. Paolo De Piccolo came crashing in.
That's just a lot of big bodies crashing towards the ball.
So about 11 minutes to go here in our first half. Birmingham Legion starting to ask a few more questions of the Louisville City defense. Junior Flemings and Nico Brett generating some opportunities. Throw in for Louisville City right in front of the Birmingham touchline. Much to the dismay of the crowd below, who thought that was Birmingham's all the way.
Louisville City's had a little bit more possession so far. The game has been played the way they want in terms of slanting the field towards the Legion goal, but all of the good chances have been for Birmingham Legion. The 2 or 3 best opportunities to score have belonged to Birmingham Legion.
Louisville City known for their build-up, known for the way they connect passes. Surprised at how much they've tried to play over the top so far in this first half?
You know, I think they're trying to change it up a little bit. Both teams may be trying to catch each other by surprise. First 10, 15 minutes, it seemed like everybody was out of sorts. But the last 10 or 15 minutes feels like it's been Louisville in possession and Legion very dangerous on the counter.
Van Oekel sends it away once more. De Piccolo has a few inches on Anderson Asiadu to win that ball in the air. Asiadu able to send it forward. Winder does the safe thing, concedes the throw. Back to the...
Sorry, but not surprisingly, the Legion attacks have come when Johnny Dean has gotten forward and gotten in and around the box.
Louisville City with a chance to go back the other way. That's great defensive work by Mikey Lopez tracking back. Covering for Ryan James, who is forward. Van Kaziel trying to chip over the top. There's that breeze again, just stopping it nicely for Tosh. Masoso goes down, free kick given.
So quick on the ball. Little touches, moving the ball left to right. It's hard to get a beat on it. He's been fouled a couple times because he's just too quick with it.
Gibson. Masoso. Third time Masoso has started against Birmingham this year. 3 of his 13 overall starts this 2021 campaign. And it is confirmed Louisville City are going to make a change. Lyndon Blake down below says it's Akil Watts who is coming on for Louisville City here in just a moment. And he is coming on for Pat McMahon, whose night will come to a premature ending here in the 37th or 38th minutes. Jimenez with a bit of space. Got a good service towards the back post. Matt Van Oekel comes to claim.
Really well taken by Matt Van Oekel, and then the big outlet ball looking for Junior Flemings.
Kasim with a bit of space to turn, which he hasn't had much of tonight, trying to play the diagonal. Good work by McMahon to make sure it didn't get to Flemings, but McMahon comes up limping a little bit more this time again. And a throw in coming here, and McMahon goes down, and this will be the time to get him out of the game.
McMahon did really, really well to get a foot on that ball. It was a great through pass. He stretched and reached did a nice job intercepting it, but looked like he maybe hurt himself. And then 2 seconds later, he gets crunched.
Yeah, Thomas Van Kazeel came in on an awfully hard challenge. Let's see if we get another look at it here. Van Kazeel won it and then clattered into McMahon after the challenge.
There's the angle. Nothing in it in terms of a foul from anyone, just bodies flying. Thomas Van Kazeel is a big man. When he hits you, you are going to feel it.
So a quick chance for everybody to catch their breath, but it's McMahon who remains down right now. Fans, Birmingham Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team. You should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. Down below, the third member of our crew has been watching Junior Flemings, who so far has been one of the most dangerous men for Legion so far tonight. For more on Flemings, here's Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
Well, Blake, obviously, Junior very locked into this current match, but tomorrow his mindset's going to shift to his home country. He's going to rejoin the Jamaican national team as they get ready to take on Mexico Thursday in a World Cup qualifier. Now, he doesn't get to Jamaica too often, but when he does, it's during the off-season, and he told me one of his favorite things to do is just to link up with his childhood friends. He says it's like going back through that entire period of his life, lots of laughter, so he loves hanging out with them, and he's actually found some similarities between Birmingham and Kingston. He says the southern hospitality here in the Magic City reminds him of home, all the people in Kingston, so we wish him the very best as he joins the team as they take on Mexico Thursday. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. CONCACAF World Cup qualifying begins next week, and what a draw for Jamaica to open things up against Mexico. The United States will get going Thursday as well. The United States, much like Jamaica, will go on the road to begin World Cup qualifying, taking on El Salvador.
This has been a great summer for soccer. So many things going on. The Nations Cup, the Gold Cup, and now World Cup qualifying beginning.
Asiadu taken off it. Good tackle by Masoso. Here's Gonzalez. Kavita ushers it out of play. Goal kick coming from Matt Van Oekel. Surprised to see Pat McMahon still trying to continue here into the 41st minute. He's back on in Louisville City, back to full strength for the moment. Good work by Winder, fighting Kasim for it. Winder able to get there. Alex Cronali had to come and provide defensive support. Paolo De Piccolo hasn't had much of the ball so far in the first half. Here's Lancaster. Still Cam Lancaster. Kavita. The intervention, and Nico Brett heads it away a little bit further. Lancaster with a back heel. Del Piccolo with a chance. Denied by Van Oekel. First time Matt Van Oekel's been called into service really tonight.
Louisville City initially was looking for a handball call. Referee allowed the play to go on, a couple of nifty touches, and they were in on goal, but Matt Van Oekel equal to the task.
Good save from Van Oekel. Really the first opportunity for Paolo De Piccolo to make his impact in this game. Another corner from this flag for Louisville City here in the 43rd minute. Dying moments of this first half. Corner taken short to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez's back post ball is beyond everybody.
Louisville City has wasted some corners and free kicks tonight. I'm sure at halftime that's one of the things they're going to talk about. They've had 5 or 6 opportunities and not had a service anywhere close to one of their players.
Fans, don't forget, 2 of the East best clash to kick off a fall to remember when the USL on ESPN continues. Perennial contenders Louisville City FC, who we're seeing tonight, travel to Dillon Stadium to meet Hartford Athletic in a potential playoff preview September 7th at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time on ESPN2. That's Louisville City and Hartford Athletic, September 7th, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central on ESPN2. Louisville City in the midst of a road-heavy stretch. They will play 8 of 9 away from Lynn Family Stadium. 12 of the first 19 contests for Louisville City have been played at home so far this year. The road stretch started in earnest last weekend at Oklahoma City. Junior Flemings. Prosper Kasim. Kasim, Brett. Back to Kasim. Lovely slide tackle there by Oscar Jimenez to cut out the scoring opportunity. Lopez with a two-footed challenge. He thought he got all ball. Referee said no and books him as well.
He did get all ball. Mikey Lopez is one of those guys who's going to go in on every challenge. He goes hard 90 minutes. I'm sure that that's why Legion put him into midfield instead of at left or right back tonight. If he's getting a card for this, it's simply because of excessive force as opposed to not getting the ball. No doubt he won the ball right there.
One more look at it here, and maybe a little bit of stud showing, but nothing in terms of contact against Lancaster, who's to his feet.
Referee, of course, right on top of the play. He was only 3 yards away, so you can't argue with his positioning. I think he just felt that that tackle was too hard, even if it was ball first.
Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, and Mikey Lopez is the second member of Legion FC who has been booked tonight. Johnny Dean, early booking. Mikey Lopez just now. As we enter first half stoppage time, 2 minutes of stoppage time to close out our first 45, brought to you by UAB Medicine. And is there one final scoring chance for either side here in the first 45? Good work by De Piccolo to send it back out wide to Jimenez. Dean tracking back, wins it right back off his foot. Asiadu around De Piccolo. Still Asiadu. Now he waits for some support, finds some in Kasim. Lopez. Trying to bend it out wide in the run of James. Can James get there? Not quite.
Really nice idea from Mikey Lopez. Just a little too much steam on the ball, but he bent it around the defense and out wide for Ryan James.
Parker Siegfried taking his time getting play restarted as we try to close out this first half. Been a good first 45 between Birmingham and Lou City. Couple of big opportunities, but nothing on the score line for either side just yet. Gonzalez, Kavita. Brett with a bit of space. Perhaps the final opportunity of this first half. Brett towards the run of Lopez, headed away by Winder. And now a break perhaps the other way for Louisville City. Antoine Hopino into space. Kavita there to meet him. Hopino turned back around. McMahon back to Hopino. Service cut out by James, and that is the first half whistle. The top two teams in the Central Division scoreless through 45 minutes tonight from BBVA Field. Both sides have had their opportunities. Both sides probably feel like at points they controlled that first half. Let's hear from Birmingham Legion FC head coach Tom Sohn, who's down below with our Lyndon Blake.
How do you assess your team's performance?
better than the other day. But now it's time to turn that shape into some chances by winning a ball and see if we can throw it together.
You mentioned the defensive efforts. What's it going to take to break down this Lou City club?
Well, we also got to challenge their back line and get some runs from the weak side in behind and see if we can stretch them that way.
There's a lot of pressure on this match, being the second place and the first place team in the Central Division going out. What are you going to tell your team at the half?
Well, look, we're all smart. We know what game this is, and I don't think there's a whole lot we need to tell them as far as what the game means. And now it's just time to finish it off.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Next to head coach Tom Zone. He and his side level with Louisville City at the break. 0-0 our scoreline at BBVA Field. Coming up at the break, we sat down with Anderson Asidu, midfielder for Birmingham Legion FC, and got his thoughts on his campaign so far in 2021. Plus, we'll get a look at a busy slate across the USL Championship on this Saturday night. That's all coming up at the break. 0-0 our score between Lou City and Birmingham Legion FC. We'll be right back after this.
Your bank for today, your bank for tomorrow. BBVA is your bank for life's opportunities, with an app that makes banking easy and service that makes it personal. For your next opportunity, BBVA is your bank.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Your bank for then, your bank for now. BBVA is your bank for getting back to work, with more than $3.6 billion in small business loans and an award-winning app. For helping your business move forward, BBVA is your bank.
Welcome back to our coverage of Legion FC Soccer, here with midfielder Anderson Asidu. Anderson, now in your third year here in Birmingham. Your best year, in your opinion, I feel like? I feel like a lot of the fans have really been pleased with your performance. I know you have to be as well.
Of course. I appreciate the fans, you know. It's been an amazing year so far, you know. I always say everywhere I go, you know, Birmingham gave me the opportunity. So everywhere I stand on the field, I give my best, you know, because, you know, this game is who you are, and you got to make your name. You got to make sure that you are working hard for the team that gives you opportunity, you know. So that's my motivation for every game.
And we're just a couple of weeks removed from your first career goal for Legion FC. Take me through that play. What happened?
So, you know, I saw Junior Flemings, you know, going into the ball, and I got to give him back up, even though if he doesn't win it, you know, I'm there to support him, you know. And luckily he win it because of the hard work he put it in. And when he win it, I realized that I'm the only one that can give him an option. So I start increasing the pace of my speed to create space for myself, so that I can give him a good option, so that I can have a shot on goal, or like a good opportunity for us to make something from the ball and the effort he put it in. So I was right there, and he win it, and I called for it, and he passed me, and then I take it from there.
Well, it's certainly a big moment, a special moment. What's been a really big year? I mean, You're the team leader in minutes played coming into this week. You're the team leader in duels won. I think you're the team leader in tackles as well. Kind of that hard-nosed mentality, that engine of the team in the midfield. Has that kind of always been you as a soccer player, kind of been that guy that's been hard-nosed?
That has been my signature in the game because I look up to players like Conte, players like Michael Essien, Makelele. Those are my role models.
Well, I know fans of Birmingham have enjoyed watching you do that and contribute to this team. When you're not contributing on the pitch, what are you doing off the pitch?
Off the field, I just like to relax, just enjoy my time at home, watch players that I look up to, because the weather here is very hot, so I don't want to be going out wasting my energy, just stay home, mind my business, and when time to enjoy, I give all to the game is my enjoyment. So I come to the game ready to go every day and out, with 100% focus, not any distraction off from the field. So off the field, I don't really do much, just enjoy my time off and relax because, we finished training late and, after that it's hot, it's humid as hell. So you gotta enjoy your days at home and, chill. So.
Well, another big game coming up this weekend. Anderson, we're looking forward to seeing you out there and looking forward to seeing this playoff push over the back half of the year. Anderson Asidu, midfielder for Birmingham Legion FC. More from our coverage of Legion FC soccer right after this.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Tees it up, what a strike, and what a goal! Hartford has a goal! And Lou City double their money! And how sweet the sound in Lynn Family Stadium!
Man, is that sky any good? Welcome back to downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Scoreless between Louisville City and Birmingham Legion FC. Let's get a look at some of the other scores across the USL Championship on this Saturday night. Plenty of goals in the Hartford Athletic Pittsburgh Riverhounds matchup. That game 2 apiece, still with 25 minutes left. Meanwhile, Indy 11 finally finding their footing. Man, it was tough sledding for them at home at Carroll Stadium. They're finding their footing here against Real Monarchs.
You knew Indy 11 had to turn it around at some point. They've got too much talent, but it's taken a lot longer than anybody expected.
Meanwhile, the only other Central Division matchup going right now, FC Tulsa at home against Atlanta United 2. Matt Sheldon opened up the scoring, his second goal of the year. Quickly answered by Machop Scholl. That one 1-1, getting closer towards halftime. Meanwhile, coming up on Sunday, a couple of big matchups. Another Central showdown, Sporting Kansas City 2 at home against the Memphis 901 FC club that's trying to stay around that playoff line. Speaking of the playoff line, everyone trying to bolster their rosters ahead of the playoffs coming here in just a couple of months. Sacramento and San Antonio each making a deal that's going to try to get them there, but really one of the biggest signings that no one talked about a whole lot, Russell Cicerone going from St. Louis to Pittsburgh. He's been a huge impact for the Riverhounds.
Such a good player, voted player of the month. He's had a great year so far for them, and certainly they're happy to have picked him up.
Cicerone now even with Lancaster and Brett, 11 goals apiece for that trio, all right on the heels of Haji Berry out in Colorado Springs. Meanwhile, USL continues to make an impact for the U.S. men's national team. 14 former USL League 1, 2, and USL Championship players a part of the World Cup qualifying roster for Greg Berhalter.
Really tells you how valuable lower levels of soccer have become for our national team, with so many young players getting some important minutes in the lower leagues. And of course, you add all the players who are playing internationally for other countries, for Jamaica, for El Salvador, and so forth. USL has had a major impact on CONCACAF.
Yeah, the U.S. men's national team will see Joaquin Rivas of FC Tulsa and El Salvador coming up next Thursday. And Lyndon Blake was already talking about Junior Flemings earlier this evening, who will represent Jamaica. Here through 45 minutes between Legion FC and Louisville City. Louisville have had the bulk of the ball, but man, Mike, it feels like the more dangerous opportunities have belonged to Birmingham.
Most of the stats belong to Louisville City. I think their coach is probably fairly happy with how the game was played, but I think Tommy Sohn has to be the happier of the two. His team was more dangerous. They dominated where it counted, which was in both boxes.
Each side had one shot on target. Nico Brett from point-blank range couldn't get around Parker Siegfried. That's the best opportunity to get on the score sheet that either side have had so far through 45 minutes. We'll see if that changes coming up in the second 45, which comes your way after one more quick timeout here in Birmingham. Coming up next, the second half between Legion FC and Louisville City in a moment.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones.
Let me break it down. You got your new customers.
They get our best deals. You got your existing customers, they also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals.
Questions?
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember.
I'm gonna get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives new and existing customers the same great deals on all smartphones. Get up to $800 off our latest 5G smartphones.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Back here in Birmingham, Alabama. There's the Vulcan statue, not too far from where we sit at BBVA Field. Time to get a look at our highlights from the first 45 minutes on an absolutely gorgeous evening for soccer. And Mike, it was an early look for Mikey Lopez trying to find Nico Brett. Junior Flemings had a bit of the ball early. This is his first real opportunity, but then Louisville City started to find a little bit of momentum. Cam Lancaster from distance, and then Lancaster had a great look right here.
Really good opportunity. Lancaster just beat Crognale to the ball at the near post, but couldn't put it away. That chance from Nico Brett, you thought for sure it's going in the net.
Now, Brett had the best look of either side. Dean with an excellent setup, but a huge save from Parker Siegfried to keep the game level. And this opportunity from Junior Flemings, really the only other scoring opportunity that Birmingham had. The best one came from Nico Brett. Paolo De Piccolo had a good look here. The only shot on goal for Louisville in the first half, but Matt Van Oekel equal to the task.
Matt Van Oekel coming up big as he's done all season long.
Pat McMahon was the guy who came up limping a little bit for Louisville City. We'll see if he can go in the second 45 minutes. The word from down below is probably not. But the two bookings in that first half belong to Legion FC players. One from Johnny Dean, the other right there for Mikey Lopez. We'll see if that's something to keep an eye on as we get ready for the second half. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman downstairs. The third member of our crew is Lyndon Blake, and she's with a very special guest. Lyndon?
Blake, it is such a special night tonight as all of us here at BBVA Field honor the life of Mr. Henry Crognale. I'm here with Miss Wanda Bussey, and you felt led to do something super special for the family. Just tell us what you did.
When I heard about the passing of Mr. Crognale, I wanted tonight to be special for the family, so I wanted to do some ribbons in memory of them. So I reached out to Eli. I said, what was his favorite color? And we weren't sure about that, but Eli said he was 100% full-blooded Italian. Could we do red, green, and white? I said, we can do whatever color you want. So that's how the ribbons are red, green, and white.
And he passed away at 101 years old. Incredible. But you quickly realized 101 ribbons would not be enough.
It wasn't. It was great that the people that reached out and said, hey, we would love to wear them. And I thought 101's not going to be enough. And I thought, okay, I see you, Mr. Henry. You have 2 kids on that field. We're going to do 202 in honor of you. So that's how many ribbons we have tonight.
And you met him last summer when he was here for a game. What made him have such a lasting impact on you?
First of all, his veteran's hat made me think of my own dad, and watching him watch his grandkids made me think of my own dad. And we weren't sure if Eli was going to get to play that night, so when both of his grandbabies hit the field, he just lit up, and I took pictures and was able to get them to the family, and that's how we made that connection.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. The ribbons look great, and go enjoy the rest of the match.
Thank you. And Crognale family, we love you.
Thanks, guys. Back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. Second half underway, and there's Alex Crognale, who got the start tonight for Birmingham Legion FC. Eli Crognale in the 18 once again for Birmingham, and there's a good chance we see him at some point in the second half. And while Lyndon was talking down below, Louisville City went ahead and made it official. Pat McMahon off, Akeel Watts on. He's the new right fullback for Louisville City. The 7th time that Watts, the 21-year-old, has come off the bench. So Pat McMahon made it to halftime, but no further. It's Watts for the second half, and Nico Brett, who couldn't quite connect with Junior Flemings.
Nice thought, but Flemings was zigging when Nico Brett thought he was going to be zagging. Couldn't quite connect.
Masoso, his first touch of the second half. Flemings trying to take it off him, instead takes down the man. Epo Masoso has taken some shots tonight. Slowly to his feet again as Louisville City opt to play quickly. But the ribbon's a very special thing done here by the Legion FC supporters. Mike and I wearing a ribbon as well in our open to honor the life of Henry Crognale, 101 years old, the grandfather of Legion midfielder Eli Crognale and Legion defender Alex Crognale. Of course, Alex, homegrown signing of the Columbus Crew before coming to Birmingham. As Paolo De Piccolo went down, referee said nothing. Columbus Crew honored Mr. Crognale as well in the supporter section the other night in the Hell is Real match against FC Cincinnati. Special night off the field, special night on the field. Birmingham Legion and Louisville City for the 3rd time this year. The 2 top teams in the Central by quite a wide margin. Louisville City with 12 wins from their first 19 contests. Birmingham Legion with 10 wins from their first 19.
A lot of games get hyped over the course of a season, but this one is a really big match. It is the 2 best teams in the Central Division. It is 2 teams who have legitimate hopes of hoisting a trophy at the end of the year.
Louisville's form excellent of late. 13 points from their last 5 matches. Just 3 losses this year. Legion have dropped 6 contests, including their last time out here at BBVA Field against FC Tulsa by a 2-1 margin. Trying to get back in the win column tonight, but against a very tough opponent, Louisville City. Sean Tosh with plenty of space goes over the top of Flemings, trying to get it to Watts. Good intervention supplied by Ryan James. Flemings drops Masoso. Good work by Watts, tracking back defensively, and he wins the whistle. Junior Flemings and the rest of the crowd here at BBVA Field thought Watts lost his feet a bit too easily.
Junior Flemings is so elusive. He's a left-footed player, but he loves to go to his right. Left a couple of Louisville City players on the dirt. But in the end, the foul went against him.
Goal kick coming from Matt Van Okel and Birmingham Legion FC. Fans USL is for the W. Starting next spring, the USLW League will provide increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer both on and off the pitch. Prized from clubs across the championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets. The W League is set to begin play in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more. Dean up to win the ball in the air. Kasim tracking back, taken off it by De Piccolo. Chance here, Gonzalez can't get around Crognale. Masoso beaten to it by Asidu. And now can Flemings break? Spins around Watts, still around Watts, taken down, and that is the first yellow card of the night, shown to a man in purple and white. Takil Watts is booked, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
You hate to say it this way, but a smart foul from Akil Watts. You've got perhaps the best player in the league running at your defense, and he said, I'll take this one for the team. Nothing malicious, not trying to hurt anybody, just making absolutely certain that Junior Flemings could not run at the back four.
Legion play the free kick short. Ryan James with a driven service, and Legion in front. How about that ball from Ryan James? And Nico Brett gives Birmingham the lead.
Unbelievable service, perfect ball bending behind the defense, and a great way to punish a team for taking a deliberate foul at midfield.
And finally, this crowd at BBVA Field has something to cheer about. Nico Brett missed from point-blank range in the first half. He could not be denied a second time. And Birmingham have the lead over Louisville City almost straight away, starting the second half.
Well, Danny Cruz of Louisville City isn't going to say it out loud, but even he would have to applaud that ball. Such a quality service from Ryan James. Beat the entire defense with one pass.
I mean, how good is that?
It really is a special service, literally beating everybody and landing right on the foot of Nico Brett, who could not miss a second time from the 6-yard box.
12th goal of the year for Nico Brett, making 4 goals over his last 7 contests. And Birmingham in front with less than 40 minutes to go. Ryan James left out of the starting 11 on Sunday against Tulsa, back in the starting 11 tonight. What an excellent service to find Nico Brett and give Birmingham the lead here early in this second half. Anderson Asiadu around Paolo De Piccolo. Mikey Lopez pushing forward. Junior Flemings out wide. Flemings. Still Flemings. Not able to find a shooting lane around Masoso.
Legion have been fairly conservative in their approach to this game. They defended with 7, attacked with their front 3. Now that they got the goal, all of a sudden the energy level is shot up and 6 players are racing forward.
Including Anderson Asiadu, who beat Winder to the ball but couldn't keep it in play.
Big smile on Anderson's face. He did all the hard work and then lost his footing right at the end line.
So how does Louisville City respond? Now trailing against Birmingham for the first time this year. Watts trying to find it in the channel to Hopino, but a bit too much pace on that ball.
Louisville City is not used to being behind. It has not happened to them very often. They've got to be careful. If they get too stretched, if they take too many chances early, they will open themselves up to this very dangerous front three from Legion FC.
Cronali hooves it forward right to the head of Tyler Gibson. And Kazeel onto the second ball. Miss hit there from Cronali. Throw in coming for Louisville City.
He was trying to drive that ball diagonally over the top to Ryan James. Looked like he caught a little bit of dirt before he hit the ball. Squibbed it straight out of bounds.
Tosh to his 16-year-old counterpart, Josh Winder. Jimenez. His pass in between two white shirts. Finds only the feet of Flemings. And black shirts bombing forward. Flemings over the top. Dean into space. Dean, can he run it down? He got the cross away, but that about it.
Johnny Dean running so hard, just couldn't quite have the soft touch that he needed. He could have been in on goal.
It's a pretty solid pass over the top there from Junior Flemings to spring him as well.
Legion have had a few really nice passes that have opened up the defense.
Masoso out wide for Jimenez. Jimenez with a driven service. Dean got a heel to it. Good work by Flemings to keep Watts at bay. Brett opts to hold it up. Probably a wise play in the end.
Yeah, there was a real opportunity to go forward. Ryan James was on a 40-yard sprint, but Nico Brett using his experience and just slowing it down, keeping possession, making Louisville City chase just a little bit more, making them expend a little more energy on the defensive side of things.
All the way back it goes to the goalkeeper, Matt Van Oekel, who's been troubled by just one shot on frame to this point. Good work by Akil Watts, the 21-year-old tracking back. Watts actually started both the previous contest against Birmingham. Came on for the second 45 this time around.
Both these teams have such a great bench. They can take players off, bring new guys on, and the people they bring on are just as talented, just as experienced.
Gibson. Watts. Watts surveys, but didn't like what he had in front of him. Louisville City's already made one change tonight. We'll see what changes are left in the bag for Danny Cruz. Once again, it's without Corbin Bone, without Niall McCabe, without Jonathan Gomez. Good work by Prosper Kasim to run it down. How about that step over and fine to Asiadu?
Nico Brett, Junior Flemings, the guys that everybody talks about because they're scoring the goals, but you forget just how quick and talented Prosper Kasim is.
To Flemings on the turn, able to get around Tosh. Here comes Flemings, edge of the area, still Flemings. Flemings has his shot denied, and that is a great play, tracking all the way back in the end. And a collision has Flemings down, and it has Winder down as well.
Winder is grabbing the back of his hamstring. I think he was at full stretch to reach that ball. Junior Flemings, I think, just needs a moment to catch his breath because he sprinted 60 yards and then got hammered.
That was a huge defensive intervention by Winder. Just 16 years old. That is a great defensive play, tracking back to deny an opportunity for one of the best goal scorers in the league.
A little toe poke from Junior Flemings, and I think that might have been headed towards the inside netting of the goal.
Corner kick brought to you by Chick-fil-A, headed away. Only as far as Johnny Dean. Resets with James. Back out wide for Van Kaziel. First time service, a bit too close to the keeper, and it's all Parker Siegfried.
Parker Siegfried has been so good tonight. Been in the right spot every time. You can't blame him for the goal. Fantastic service, and then a finish from 6 yards out. Nothing he could do about that one.
Approaching the hour mark tonight from Birmingham, Alabama. Blake Gardner, Mike Ketman, Lyndon Blake here with you. Been an entertaining contest so far. What does the final half hour have in store? Good work by Crognale to head that away from danger. James trying to clear it, but only got it as far as Gibson. Watts looking for options, goes back post. Crognale's head there again, and Dean has to supply a second header over the end line. First corner kick of the second half coming for Louisville.
Off of the deflection, Johnny Dean had no choice but just to put it out for a corner. There was no way he was going to get enough power to head that out of trouble, so he just got it over the end line.
Jimenez's service sent away. Louisville still with the big bodies forward. Tosh is one of them. He wins the ball in the air. Lancaster trying to turn with it, and a whistle and a stoppage and a foul is going to go against Louisville City.
Foul called, but what a save from Matt Van Oekel. The goal wouldn't have counted, but he wasn't letting that ball hit the back of his net anyway.
It was an excellent turn by Lancaster, but I think he was the man called for the foul. And still, even with the whistle, Matt Van Oekel comes up with a stop. Word from down below, Lyndon Blake saying Louisville City prepping a double change coming up here in just a moment or two. What changes does Danny Cruz have in mind? Jimmy McLaughlin is going to be one of the changes. Brian Owenby appears like he's going to be the other.
This is two really dangerous wingers coming on. Louisville City needs to find a goal. They haven't really created a lot of chances. They've created possession, but not chances. But they're bringing on two of their most dynamic players.
Gonzalez to the byline, got the cross away, only as far as Hopino. Hopino, centering pass, it's 1-1. Hopino back into the mix for Paolo De Piccolo, and the experienced Lou City man has leveled the scoreline.
It almost looked like Legion FC players thought that ball was going to go over the end line, and they just held up for a second. And then it was a scramble with the ball going back and forth across the 6. Del Piccolo, who's been so dangerous all season long, finds the back of the net.
How about that from the former Louisville Cardinal, Paolo De Piccolo? He had a quiet first half, but he was in the right place at the right time for Antoine Hopino's cross. And the second assist of the year for Hopino was a big one. It levels the score at 1-1, and man, this game feels different now. Everything to play for with 27+ minutes left.
Well, we do have two of the best attacking teams in the league. Some of the most exciting individuals in the league. It's not surprising to see both teams getting on the scoreboard.
Asiadu for Lopez. Flemix. Lopez couldn't quite get it through to Nico Brett. Good work defensively by Tosh. Lancaster holding it up nicely. Hopino trying to turn with the ball. Turn, didn't get the ball, but a foul is given against Lopez.
I think the call was actually on the very first play. Referee allowed the play to continue.
One more look at the equalizer here for Louisville.
Lots of bodies on the ground, but nobody able to get in front of the shot. Del Piccolo isn't going to miss from 3 yards out.
Goal kick coming here for Legion, and now the change will be made here for Louisville City. Brian Owenby coming on. before Ownby, first it's going to be McLaughlin. McLaughlin comes on for Jorge Gonzalez.
McLaughlin started the last match for Louisville City. He's been a regular starter throughout the season, so this is a guy who's certainly proven his value over the course of the year. And then Brian Ownby, what can you say? Power, speed, goal scoring, vision. He's just a force of nature.
So Ownby on Antoine Hopeno's final contribution for Louisville City tonight proves to be a big one. The assist to set up the equalizer. He comes off as Ownby comes on. Ownby did not make the trip to OKC, but he's trying to make an impact off the bench here over the final 25+ minutes tonight.
Blue City fans happy to see him back on the pitch. I don't think they can win the league without Brian Ownby playing a big role.
Here is Ownby. His first touch is right on the byline. De Piccolo trying to chip it over the top. Didn't find the mouth of goal, and Kavita with the clearance in the end.
Tommy Sohn with a pretty good touch on the sideline.
A pair of second half goals, one for either side. The second half is off to a very entertaining start. Pass goes over the end line from the goalkeeper Siegfried, throw-in for Birmingham Legion FC. Fans, Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team. You should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. Won't be off and running into space again. Couldn't quite bring that down. Good work by Dean tracking back defensively, and that is a battle between, it has to be two of the top fastest guys in the league over there.
Two guys with great pace. They're both really strong men as well. I'm sure it's going to be a tussle for these next 25 minutes.
Kasim trying to break the pressure, does, finds a Siadu. Now Fleming's all by his lonesome, at least for the moment. Fleming's a bit beyond the run of Nico Bretz. And here comes Ownby again. And Lancaster. He leaves it for De Piccolo. First touches here from McLaughlin since coming on. A driven service sent away by Van Zeal. And after 3 Louisville City changes, Lyndon Blake down below reporting Birmingham prepping their own changes coming up in the next couple of minutes. Flemings wins it back for Legion FC. Tyler Gibson keeps it down here for Louisville. Gibson. Ownby. Over the top for McLaughlin. Good work by Kavita. Lancaster out of the sky. Almost had the near post. Big time save from Van Oekel.
The flying side volley from Lancaster. Matt Van Oekel scampering across his goal, making the save. Looks like he needs a moment to recompose himself.
An acrobatic effort from Lancaster required a big save from Van Oekel. Says he's good to go after a moment. One more look at it here.
It's really impressive how you get that big body up in the air. His feet are over everybody else's head. But again, Matt Van Oekel making a terrific save.
Off the corner for Louisville. Winder trying to turn. Dean not letting him, and Dean wins the goal kick for Birmingham Legion FC. Good work defensively by Johnny Dean. Legion fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Birmingham Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. The Legion FC app, your home for all things Legion FC. If you have the Legion FC app, you're about to get a notification that Jaden Sylvania is coming into the contest for Birmingham Legion, replacing Prosper Kasim.
I like this change. Prosper Kasim has worked really hard all night getting forward and back, but he's not had a lot of touches on the ball in the last 10 or 15 minutes. Jaden Sylvania has been the super sub all season. He comes on, he loves to take players on 1v1, and he's either scored or created a number of goals.
Sylvania comes off the bench for the 14th time this year. A 20-year-old who plays internationally for Puerto Rico. Right here in Birmingham, Alabama, the first academy signing for this young Legion FC club. He's the new man on the right wing for Birmingham with 20+ minutes to go. Dean lets it drop. Owenby trying to win the throw, doesn't. How about that ball over the top from Kernali? Akil Watts a bit taller than Anderson Asiadu.
That was an important intervention. Legion were 3v3 if they won that header.
De Piccolo making the run towards the corner flag. Kavita there to greet him. Good work defensively by Fanuel Kavita. Bretts looking for the run of Sylvania. Good work defensively by Oscar Jimenez.
Oscar Jimenez showing he's got some pace of his own, doing a nice job to beat Sylvania to that ball.
Jimenez up against fresh legs on that flank now. We'll see how he holds up in his first start since the month of April. James in midfield.
Great first touch to turn away from trouble.
One fullback to the other. Dean, Sylvania. Sylvania's cross. Sent away by De Piccolo. James trying to keep it in the mix. McLaughlin sends it back towards the midway stripe. That is really good hold-up play from Cameron Lancaster. It doesn't win him the whistle, and Owenby is going to draw the whistle after going through the back of Mikey Lopez.
Well, that's what Brian Owenby gives you. He's going to fight for everything. He knew it was going to be a foul, but he wasn't going to let Mikey Lopez win the ball without a challenge.
The referee now wants to have words with Paolo De Piccolo, who was not pleased with the no call after the contact with Lancaster and Kavita.
I think he's pulled De Piccolo over because he's captain, and he's just telling him to calm his team down. They should play and not referee this match.
Well, it's Paolo De Piccolo's goal right now that has drawn Louisville City level. I believe his dissent is no longer after the official's words. Throw in coming here for Birmingham. Ryan James, the fullback, continues to push forward. Lopez back to the feet of his center back, Alex Kernali. Dean. Dean nowhere to go, but back to the feet of Fanuel Kavita. Alex Kernali, the center back, is forward. The long ball doesn't find him. Instead, it finds Tosh. And now a counter-attacking chance, if not for the intervention there of Van Keziel. And now here's Sylvania. Van Keziel, Bretts, Flemings. Flemings shoots high.
Looked like he was going to pass the ball to Jaden Sylvania, who is streaking in from the right, but just cut it back onto that left foot and let it fly. When you're in the form Junior Flemings has been in, you can't blame him for taking the shot. In fact, you want him to.
It's Flemings with the interception here. Early cross blocked by Watts. Can McLaughlin turn out of danger? He can. But Kavita all the way back to the feet of his goalkeeper, Matt Van Oekel. Sylvania trying to turn and run. Winder held him up. And the referee says no. Everyone play on.
The referee felt he wasn't going to get to that ball anyway, but it certainly looked like there was a tug on the shirt.
So far, so good tonight for Josh Winder, who's coming up with a bit of a limp there at the top of your screen. Tosh over the top for Watts. Watts early ball. De Piccolo. Back to Watts, who's cut it inside. Watts. Owenby. Service denied by Kavita, but another Louisville City corner coming here.
Great defending from Fonwall Kavita. Did really well to stay with his man and make sure he got the block.
It's a half dozen corners now for Louisville City tonight.
They've wasted most of the ones they've taken, but this is certainly a dangerous opportunity for Louisville City.
Another service coming here from Oscar Jimenez. It's low, it's driven. Lancaster with a flick. Brett with the header. All the way back it goes to Gibson and Masoso. Center back still forward for Louisville City, or at least one of them is, and Tosh. Tosh remains forward for now as Winder's back to his regular position.
Winder's the young guy. He's going to make sure he's always in position.
Flag up against Owenby. Fans can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. You can also hear live action from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, and the Sirius XM app. Lyndon Blake down below reporting J.J. Williams is prepping to come on for Birmingham Legion. I would imagine it might be for the goal scorer, Nico Brett.
Typically, that's where you'd see J.J. slot in, be that target forward, give them somebody to win balls in the air and flick things on. Junior Flemings has been all over the field and so dangerous. I doubt he'd be the one you take off right now.
We'll be trying to get around Dean, and Sylvania goes back to Winder. Siegfried can only send it away. Throw in coming here for Birmingham, and before they throw it in, the change will be made. It's Sylvania, pardon me, J.J. Williams coming on, and it is Nico Brett coming off. And Brett will get a nice hand from the crowd here at BBVA Field as he makes his way to the touchline.
Nico Brett has been dangerous all night long. Had the two best chances of the entire game. One that was saved brilliantly by Parker Siegfried, and the second one he buried in the back of the net.
Brett comes off after scoring his 12th goal of the year. J.J. Williams comes on. Man who scored 3 times this year. He set up 3 more. He's on for the final dozen-plus minutes tonight.
JJ's a great defensive player as well. He wins balls in the air. He works hard in both directions. But he also gives you that big man and that big body up top to serve the ball to, and for other players to run off of.
Kaziel back out to this near flank of James. Flemings with space. Flemings turns. Flemings goes down. Williams with a chip. Williams finds the net. An instant impact off the bench from J.J. Williams. 2-1 Birmingham.
The Alabama native comes onto the field. First touch, chips the goalkeeper, so calmly putting the ball into the back of the net. Sends this Legion crowd into a frenzy.
His first touch coming off the bench is the biggest one of the night so far. J.J. Williams, with his 4th goal of the year, has given Birmingham their 2nd lead of the night.
As a coach, when you make changes, you hope that those players will in some way impact the game. Can't do much more than that for J.J. Williams.
One more look at the goal here.
JJ's a big guy at 6'4", but he's got pace. He's a right-footed player with a magic left foot. He chips it over the goalkeeper. Top-class goal, that's all you can say.
Not a whole lot Parker Siegfried could do there. 2-1 Birmingham in front. Louisville City has to chase an equalizer for the second time tonight. Has a whistle on a foul. It's going to go against McLaughlin. Free kick given to Legion. And Louisville City prepping their fourth change of the contest. It looks like Kyle Gregg.
Well, this game is going to get wild these last 11 minutes or so. Both teams know how important the points are. Louisville has no choice but to take risks and send people forward, and Legion are so good on the counter.
Here comes Williams again. Williams on his left, trying to turn, got the cross away, but good work by Tosh in the middle of it. Now Louisville City can make their change. Kyle Gregg is coming on, and it's an attacking-minded piece on, and Gregg, it's a defender off, Oscar Jimenez. His night comes to a close here in the 81st minute.
Yeah, defender off, forward on. Exactly what you'd expect for the last 10 minutes. Louisville City's going to change their shape a little bit, play really what is a 3-5-2 now.
Williams wins the corner. Legion's second corner of the night is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. And with the 2-1 lead down, they're in no hurry to take it.
And we're going to see this every opportunity. Legion are going to let the time bleed off the clock. At the same point, corners can be dangerous. J.J. Williams is a big man. Alex Cronali is a big man. Fanuel Kavita is a big man. Thomas Van Kazeel about to serve it in.
Kazel's service is low. Williams had to leave his feet to try to get ahead to it. And now the break may be on for Louisville. Back the other way. McLaughlin has Gregg running in front of him. Matt Van Oekel well off his line to make the play.
Well read by Matt Van Oekel, covering up for Ryan James, who misread the ball and left it.
Here's Masoso. Thomas Van Kazeel just now getting back into the play for Legion. Ryan Ownby attracting plenty of attention. Gibson with a service towards the back post. De Piccolo couldn't quite get up to meet it. Still kept it in the mix, but Masoso's volley was well wide of the mark.
Masoso's a left-footed player. That ball came to his right, bouncing. Not too surprised he put it over the net, but Thomas Van Kazeel is cramping. They're trying to stretch out that calf cramp. But I would expect we're going to see Legion bring on a substitute for him with 10 minutes left. You can't afford to have a player not quite at full speed. In fact, Thomas Van Kazeel saying, give me a little help here, coach.
So Van Kazeel saying, make the change, and he'll go back down. So Legion are going to have a change prepped and ready. It's Zach Irivo who's run over to the touchline to grab a shirt. Referee indicating he stopped his watch, and we'll tack this on in injury time.
This is going to be a like-for-like change. Van Kazeel has been playing in defensive midfield. He's a pretty big guy who's a good passer. Zach Irivo, very similar. Both have played some at center back. Both have played some in defensive midfield. I don't think Legion are going to see a big change in the way they play. It's just going to be a different name on the jersey.
So Van Kazeel slowly makes his way to the Legion bench. His night comes to a close here in the 84th minute, and it is Zach Irivo, the Haitian international, who will come on. Irivo comes off the bench for the 5th time this year. He was in the starting 11 back on Sunday against Tulsa. But he comes on here to replace Thomas Van Kazeel. '84th minute here in Birmingham. Fans of United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players would like to remind you they stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Final minutes here tonight between Louisville City and Birmingham Legion as Greg's touch let him down. Zach Aravo got his first touch since coming on.
That ball hammered 80 yards by Matt Van Okel, almost set Junior Flemings in on goal.
That was great work from Sean Tosh, who had quite a battle on his hands with Flemings on his back. Louisville City's already found one equalizer tonight. Can they find a second here at the death of the contest? Watts gets it back. Lancaster couldn't quite get it back to Watts. Masoso. Lancaster goes down, free kick given in a very dangerous area. And the whistle goes against the new substitute, Zach Aravo.
A little bit of a clumsy challenge from Zach Aravo, giving up a free kick in a very dangerous spot.
No question about the whistle. Great work and good body control from the Englishman, Cameron Lancaster.
Felt the pressure coming on his right side, shifted the ball over to his left. And then as soon as he felt the contact, down he went.
This is a free kick dream right here. Lancaster all the way off the top of the wall. Still work to be done for the Legion defense. Back into the mix it goes. Aravo with the clearance out to Flemings, who can't keep it away from Masoso. Louisville can apply all the pressure now. Owenby on the flank against Lopez. Cuts it inside. Couldn't find an option. Dean was tracking the entire way. Good work by Gibson going to ground to keep it down here. Owenby headed away by Kavita. And now the break may be on for Birmingham.
It's 4-on-4. Louisville not working too hard to get people back.
Masoso can't take a Siadu off it.
4-on-3.
Flemings trying to turn. Took some contact. Referee said no. Flemings couldn't keep it close enough to draw the whistle. And now a chance the other way for Louisville City. Flag stays down against Greg. 1v1 against Cronali. Good work by Dean, tracking back defensively to win it back. And a stoppage here as Junior Flemings has remained down behind the play and is now to his feet. It has been a long night for Junior Flemings.
Junior Flemings has worked so hard in both directions. He felt he was fouled. He went down. Referee, who's been pretty consistent tonight, said, well, there's a little contact, but I'm not giving that to you. Play is restarted right away.
Players down on both sides. Referee not giving a whistle either way. Louisville City back on the ball. 88th minute. Napo Masoso looking for options, finds one out this side with Watts. Watts is cross denied by James. Another corner conceded. The 7th of the night here for Louisville City.
Legion have about 2 minutes to see out here, but you're going to have some time added on as well.
Still Piccolo to provide the service this time. Towards the top of the area, headed by Greg, but well wide of the mark. Matt Van Okel can take his time putting this back into play.
If he was allowed to, he'd wait till Christmas to serve this ball. But my guess is we're going to see a big diagonal ball played to the head of J.J. Williams.
Legion fans, Birmingham Legion hit the road next week to take on SKC2 on Wednesday, September 1st at 7 o'clock Central Time. Tune in to watch the game on ESPN+. Legion are back home Saturday, September 18th at 6:30 against OKC Energy. Get your tickets to that contest on the Birmingham Legion FC app or at bhmlegion.com. First things first, got to see this one out. 89th minute. Legion FC with the slimmest of leads against Louisville City, the team they're chasing atop the Central Division table.
If Louisville City had won this game, they go up by 10 points. If they lose this game, their lead shrinks to only 4 points. And that's why it's called a 6-pointer. Legion have done what they need to do, but they've got to see out the final, what's likely to be 3 or 4 minutes here.
90th minute here at BBVA Field, and the question now becomes how much stoppage time will there be tacked on by our referee tonight, Brad Jansen. Watts with a driven service. De Piccolo got a foot to it, but it was denied by Kavita. James can't play out of the pressure, and Williams wins Legion FC a throw.
Really smart play from J.J. Williams. He deliberately played that off his man, knowing it was going to bounce off him right on the touchline and go out of bounds. And another 30 to 40 seconds ticks off the clock.
London Blake down below saying the talk down below is 4 minutes of stoppage time coming to close out the night. And that is what is confirmed by our fourth official down below. 4 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by UAB Medicine. 4 more minutes for Legion FC to try to hang on to their 2-1 advantage.
You've had 3 goals, you've had 2 breaks for injury. 4 minutes seems about right. It's going to feel like an eternity to these Legion players.
And the supporters as well. Louisville City trying to chase their second equalizer tonight. Right now it's Jaden Sylvania who's off and running the other direction.
Jaden Sylvania's going to the corner flag wisely.
A huge collision around the touchline, and I believe that foul's going to go against Napo Masoso. And that is really good work by Jaden Sylvania to keep it under pressure and win the free kick.
Yeah. Danny Cruz not going to be happy with this foul. Jaden Sylvania is running out of room. You foul him from behind, give him a free kick, allow him to roll around for 30 seconds. You can't give up fouls in the closing minutes if you want to get back into this game.
Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Williams flicks it towards the corner, but a bit beyond the reach of Junior Flemings. Louisville can restart their attack anew here in the 92nd minute. Does one of the most dangerous attacks in the league have one more goal left in them? Watts hit from behind, foul given by Flemings. Here's the youngster, Josh Winder. Won't be a first-time pass, finds De Piccolo. De Piccolo's pass cut out by Alex Cronali.
Alex Cronali just whacking it out. Anywhere will do in the closing minutes. Just get it away from the goal.
93rd minute here at BBVA Field. The clock working against the boys in purple and white. But Watts has a bit of space on this flank. Williams trying to close it down. Watts got the cross away. Owenby late arriving, but couldn't redirect his header on frame. Goal kick.
Brian Owenby's so dangerous. He's dangerous when the ball's at his feet. He's dangerous when he doesn't have the ball. And he's very dangerous when he's on the back post coming in for crosses. Went right over the top of Johnny Dean for that one.
Van Oekel taking his time before restarting the action.
Again, it's going to be a big diagonal ball to J.J. Williams.
Van Oekel's boots does reach Williams. James onto the second ball. Good work by Tosh, going to ground, wins the free kick. '94th minute now, and perhaps time for just one more Lou City rush forward. Gibson. Tosh in the direction of Owenby and Gregg. Dean up to win it in the air. Asiadu. Still Anderson Asiadu around one man. Couldn't get around the second. But he ushers it out of play for a Legion throw.
I'm not sure Legion are going to take this throw, and they're just going to watch. I've got it. No, you've got it. Oh, wait a minute.
Anderson Asiadu telling the crowd to get to their feet as the final seconds waste away here at BBVA Field. How much time does Lou City have left? Asiadu, Lopez, full time. And Birmingham Legion FC take all 3 points away from Louisville City to draw closer and closer in the Central Division standings.
Big statement from Tommy Sohn and Legion FC. We're not just here to compete, but we think we can win this whole thing. Tonight they took down the team that's been in the finals 6 times.
Just the 4th defeat suffered by Louisville City this year, and a big, big win for Tom Sohn and Birmingham Legion in front of their home crowd tonight. Our final score from BBVA Field: Birmingham Legion FC 2, Louisville City FC 1. What an entertaining second half it was. It had 3 goals, but 2 of them went the way of the Legion Black and Gold. We'll take a timeout and wrap up this contest when we return to Birmingham in just a moment.
Your bank for today, your bank for tomorrow. BBVA is your bank for life's opportunities, with an app that makes banking easy and service that makes it personal. For your next opportunity, BBVA is your bank.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Your bank for then, your bank for now. BBVA is your bank for getting back to work, with more than $3.6 billion in small business loans and an award-winning app. For helping your business move forward, BBVA is your bank.
Welcome back to BBVA Field here in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Once again, our final score tonight: Birmingham Legion FC 2, Louisville City FC 1. Blake Gardner, Mike Getman, Lyndon Blake here with you. Great night for soccer here in Birmingham. Our Trey Luna save the game belongs to Matt Van Oekel. This denial of Paolo De Piccolo was the only shot on goal he saw in the first 45 minutes. The second 45 minutes, well, they had plenty in store, including our Fruitables play of the game and what else but the game winner.
J.J. Williams beats everybody to the ball, and that delicate left-footed chip into the back of the net. Top-class goal.
Almost straight away from sub to game winner. J.J. Williams with his 4th goal of the year proves to be the difference tonight. And Mike, that was an entertaining second half. We knew that first 45 minutes was good. Both teams trying to get into the contest, settle in, take control, but the second half, that's what we came to see.
Yeah, the first half was a cagey affair. Both teams played pretty well, but the second half was wide open. Lots of goals, lots of attacking, big saves from the 2 players we highlighted at the start. Both goalkeepers making their presence known. Really exciting match for everybody that was here to watch.
9 shots apiece. Louisville City had plenty of the ball, but Birmingham Legion FC not going away. They had chances to score. Nico Brett got denied a couple of times, but J.J. Williams off the bench. His goal proved to be the difference, as 3 second-half goals were the story of the night. Nico Brett in the 51st, Paolo De Piccolo equalized in the 62nd, but J.J. Williams with a game winner in the 78th minute. The difference tonight, he is downstairs with our Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
JJ, the crowd's chanting your name. You are the man of this match. 10 seconds coming off the bench. You scored the winning goal. How are you able to come in and make such an impact?
I mean, it's just my teammates. You know, they did a good job. You know, we're playing the first place team right now, and they just did a great job putting me in a position to score.
Huge win. The hype's been there all week. How did you guys not let the pressure get to you and walk away with 3 points?
I mean, this is what we're supposed to do, week in and week out. We haven't performed yet to our standard. You know, we hold ourselves to a high standard, and we haven't performed to our potential yet this year. And so tonight was the first time that we really kind of saw what we could do, but I think we still have another level to go.
Where do you think that ceiling is for this team?
That we don't have one. I mean, I think a championship is what we're looking at, and anything less than that is failure.
Thank you, JJ.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks to J.J. Williams. A big night for the former Kentucky Wildcats and the man from the state of Alabama. He leads Alabama's club to a win tonight. All 3 points against Louisville City. Here's the upcoming slate for Lou City. We talked about it. Plenty of trips on the road for the first place team in the Central after a home match against FC Tulsa. Plenty of road trips for Lou City. It's going to be tough sledding for Danny Cruz's club.
No question. They've had a little bit of the benefit of the home schedule the first half of the year. Now they've got to hit the road and prove they can get the points away from home.
At Hartford, at OKC, at Indy, at Memphis. These two teams will match up one more time here at BBVA Field coming up the very last week of the regular season in October. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, bit of a road slate for them as well. A pair of road games against Sporting Kansas City 2 and Memphis 901 next week, Mike, and those are big matchups for Legion, now within 4 points of Lou City.
Yeah, they can't afford to drop points going forward. They're on the road. It's always tough to win on the road, but they've put themselves in position to get that first place and home field advantage. They've got to find a way to keep winning matches.
We're coming down the stretch of this USL Championship regular season. Just 2 months left, and they're going to be 2 very big months for the top 2 teams in the Central Division, Birmingham Legion and Louisville City. For the first time in 3 matchups, Birmingham Legion FC take all 3 points away from Lou City on a gorgeous night here at BBVA Field. For Lyndon Blake, Mike Getman, and our entire crew here in Birmingham, Alabama, I'm Blake Gardner saying so long tonight. We're once again the final score, Legion FC 2, Lou City 1. Until we talk to you next week, so long from the Magic City. Have a great rest of your weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.